Monday Insights, that deeper dive into meteorology here at the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Hi, meteorologist Matt Noyce on vacation mode, but still cranking out the videos for you. And there's a lot of weather we're going to be focused on this week. First of all, the heat that's building today is going to be with you even more so tomorrow, and for some of us, even more so on Wednesday also. It does turn unsettled late Wednesday, a chance of strong storms even into southern New England. Thursday and Friday, there could be some bands of heavy rain. We'll look at that. We'll talk wildfire smoke. And then a weekend right now looks like there would be some significant improvement that comes in. First of all, rain over the last 7 days has been mostly focused across the nation's midsection. We've gotten some of it, and again, a lot of that came yesterday on the cusp of the warmth and humidity that was spreading into the area. Now we have that warmth and humidity. The wildfire smoke is really something you can smell in northern New England today. You'll probably get it back in southern New England tomorrow, and here's why. I don't know if you can see the little red dots, but we've got wildfires burning across the Rockies, also across central portions of Canada, and that smoke is pointed at us. Yes, the steering flow aloft does reflect that at the jet stream level, coming out of the Rockies, coming out of Canada, pointed to New England, although admittedly, that's really high up in the atmosphere, but it's a good representation of where the steering flow has been. And that's why over the course of today, we've been talking about that smoke, something you can smell in the air in northern New England, the moderate smoke at the surface showing up in yellow. Watch as I play things out through tomorrow, how that kind of transfers south, and it's southern New England. So not only do you have the haze, heat, and humidity on Tuesday, but actually in Boston, in Worcester, in Hartford, in Springfield, you also are going to have degraded air quality because of the wildfire smoke. So if you know someone with respiratory ailments, you have that yourself, it may be a difficult day for us on Tuesday, certainly. The overall jet stream pattern this week stays very close to or over us for a lot of the second half of the week. And the reason that's an issue is it steers a lot of disturbances our way. And that's going to mean thunderstorm potential. It's also going to mean perhaps flooding rain potential at the end of the week. Then you get a dip or a trough in the jet stream that allows cooler air, yeah, maybe with wildfire smoke, but cooler air to come in here as we head to the upcoming weekend. One thing we can do is plot atmospheric energy to try and get a little bit of an inkling on the timing of things. So one thing that we notice with energy being here in yellow and orange and red is there is a disturbance on Tuesday afternoon across northern New England. An isolated or scattered storm is possible in northern New England Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, it's a stronger disturbance, a little bit more widespread. The chance of thunder, perhaps strong, feeding off the heat and humidity, expands south. Thursday and Friday, it's this steady feed of disturbances from the south that mostly appear to go to our south. But the problem is they're running into the frontal boundary. At the surface, there's a divider of air, and that's going to focus some of the rain. Just a reminder as we go through these next few days, if you want to track the timing and percent chance and all that on thunderstorms and rain, grab our app. It's totally free. It's 5 stars. It's the 1 Degree Outside weather app on the App Store and Google Play. Again, at the surface, you've got this frontal boundary that never really goes away. It dives south as a cold front, goes back as a warm front, kind of teeter-totters over the course of the week. That does cause that wildfire smoke to dance south for a time on Tuesday. And then eventually, as the front kind of gets strung out over us, not only does it focus the chance for those stronger storms Wednesday afternoon, but also for some recurring heavy rain and downpours on Thursday in southern New England. And if this thing doesn't move and the next wave of low pressure ripples along it, we do it again with heavy rain in southern New England on Friday. It is going to depend on the placement of the front. If it ends up a little bit farther south, we could avoid some of that. But at this point, that's our concern, is there may be a lot of rain that comes in at the end of the week. As a matter of fact, this is only one vantage point, right? But if we look at some of the predicted rainfall totals we get to the end of the week, right now, we have solutions on the order of 4 and 5 inches of rain for particularly 2-day totals on Thursday and Friday. So that would obviously pose some issues with flash flooding, and that's something that we're going to be keeping a really close eye on as well. In the meantime, in terms of high temperatures heading into the day on Tuesday, you've got 95 to 100 degrees for a number of spots. We're well into the 90s, up even in northern New England at Augusta. Predicted dew point is going to be running 65 to 70. So as you might imagine, that means your heat index is going to be 100 or better in a number of spots. I think by now we're all pretty much on the same page in terms of heat safety, staying hydrated, sunscreen so you don't get sunburned, because that can be dehydrating, right? Lightweight, light color, loose-fitting clothing can help out a lot. Notice Tuesday night, your low temperature is like 70 or in the 70s in a lot of central and southern New England in particular. High temperatures Wednesday, you don't lose a lot. Northern New England, you start to a little bit because that cold front comes in. The chance of thunder, as I mentioned, somewhat strong, possible in the afternoon to evening. Your dew point temperature is still going to be up there, and that means that your heat index, we put wind chill at the top here. We're going to leave that, but nonetheless, your heat index is going to be running about 95 to 100 degrees on Wednesday. High temperatures Thursday start to come down because you've got the unsettled weather we looked at with the showers and storms that comes in here. And by Friday, we're talking about the same thing, right? Probably dealing with these rounds of heavy rain that we'll have to get through. So if you'd like to become a member and support the mission, we appreciate all of you. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com. That's the way things look for now. Of course, we'll keep you posted throughout the week. Stay cool out there.